Hello. Our weather may well be turning a bit murkier right now, but it was a pretty stunning end to the day on Tuesday with lovely sunsets here in Highland, Scotland. We had a number of these sunset pictures sent to us from our weather watchers. We had a significant jump in temperatures over the last 24 hours. Fylingdales in North Yorkshire was Monday's coldest spot at just 3 degrees. But we had temperatures jump up here by 7 degrees Celsius from Monday into Tuesday. Tuesday itself was a day of variable cloud and a bit of sunshine at times.
No snow in the forecast, I expect, Carol, is there?
No, thankfully, Roger, not. In fact, what it is today is quite mild. It's a mild start. Good morning, everyone. And just to emphasise the point, I'll show you the temperatures that we have currently. So in Kinloss, northern Scotland, it's 14 degrees at the moment.
So a lot milder, and the pavements are looking a lot safer at the moment, aren't they, than they were this time last
Pavements,
week?
that's such a good point. Yes, less slippery than they have been.
Thank you, Carol.
The sailors need a bit of a gust of wind, Carol.
Well, the winds are quite light today, except for across northwest Scotland, Roger. So you might have to go there and you'll encounter some patchy rain if you do. Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. What we're starting with today is, for most of us, a mild start, but a murky one. And as we head into next week, it looks like those temperatures are going to slip once again, but just a little bit. Not the next ice age by any stretch.
For now. Thanks, Carol.
That would be a story, wouldn't it? Thanks, Carol.
Misty. It's looking a bit Sherlock Holmes-y behind.
It is indeed, Nina.
Yeah.
It's murky outside this morning. We've got low cloud, mist and fog as well, but it's quite mild as well. Good morning, everybody. That is the forecast. The low cloud, mist and fog will lift slowly for most of us.
How's it looking for those about to set off for the day?
Murky, there's mist, there's fog. It's mild, though.
You do it with such a smile on your face, though, Carol.
But
Stay in bed.
there are some clear skies as well. And where we've got the clear skies, it is a chilly start to the day. Good morning, everyone. Here's an example of some clear skies. This is one of our Weather Watchers pictures taken in Ballymena just a little bit earlier. But there is quite a bit of mist and fog around. You can see in Pembrokeshire, this picture here in Haverford West tells its own story.
Do you know what, Carol? The only bad thing about the ice thawing is I've been trying to start up my running again, and I've had to say, no, I can't go out in the ice. It's too dangerous. I've not got many excuses.
That's a really good one, though, Nina.
I know, but maybe we'll get a bit more next week. Thank you. Also, very exciting, whenever we have Carol in the studio, as she is today. How are you?
Very well, thanks, Nina. And it's lovely to be here and to see you both as well. The weather, on the other hand, is not quite as lovely. Good morning, everybody. The weather this morning is murky for many of us. We've got low cloud, mist and fog, but not so in this part of Argyll and Bute, where we've got some red skies this morning. Doesn't necessarily mean a shepherd's warning. We just have a bit more cloud and some patchy rain in this part of the world. But then, Nina and Roger, as we head into the weekend, there'll be mist and fog to start the day, potentially pockets of frost, because the temperature by day and night is just going to slip a bit.
Ah, pockets of frost, so slippery pavements.
It could well
Bad
be,
luck for
Roger,
anyone
yes.
who wants to go out for a run.
Yeah, no running for me is what you're saying, Carol.
Put it off another 5
Training
months.
for a half marathon, apparently, Carol.
Allegedly, yeah.
Good for you, Nina.
Not this weekend, though. Thank you, Carol.
Thanks. It's quite cloudy and murky for some of us, Nina, but for others, we do have clearer skies, and that is reflected in the temperatures as well. In East Ayrshire, look at the beautiful sky here this morning. But where we've had the clear skies, well, temperatures have plummeted. Today, it's a mild start, actually, for many of us. Although where we've had clearer skies by night, it is a bit nippy still. And as we go through today, we're starting off on a murky note. There's a lot of low cloud, mist and fog around. That will slowly lift and it will brighten up. Some of us seeing some pleasant sunshine.
That northwest coast of Scotland's all over the place, isn't it, Carol?
That's where I come from, Nina, so I have not a bad word said about it.
Say no more.
Thank you.
I hope he likes cloud, and Duncan, I hope your bulbs are coming through.
Slowly.
Yeah, bit by bit. Right, here we go. See you, monkey. Here's the forecast. Hello again. I hope you had a lovely day. Now, we don't get many pelicans on the news and weather, for obvious reasons, which is why I thought we'd enjoy them today, giving a lovely bit of colour to an otherwise grey and murky setup at the moment. More of that to come. Some mist and fog as well possible, and it's cooling down again as we go through the rest of the week. As we go to the pressure chart, you can see we've got high pressure over us, but it is starting to move off to the east, and that will indicate a slight change in wind direction. So we'll start to draw in some slightly colder, drier air, and you can see that in those temperatures into the weekend in particular.
Well, we've not really had chance chance to pause and catch breath into the start of the new year. The weather has been pretty chaotic, hasn't it? But this week it's all quiet with high pressure keeping things calm. A beautiful sunset across Cumbria to sit and enjoy. But not for all of us. Some of us kept quite a lot of cloud today and thick enough for a spot or two of drizzle, particularly from Hull down to the Isle of Wight, as you can see in Norfolk a little earlier on.
And it felt a bit like it couldn't quite make up its mind. Can I use the word miserly?
It was a bit, wasn't it? A bit grey, a bit drab. We had to rely on household cavalry for a little bit of brightness today because the cloud was pretty stubborn in places. Actually, it returned as well through the afternoon, turning pretty misty and murky, and we could see more fog overnight tonight. This was East Croydon, as you can see, just a couple of hours ago.
And I'm here at Greenwich Peninsula, where thanks to some of the best known artists in the country, we've seen a splash of colour on what has been a very grey day overhead.
Is on the Greenwich Peninsula in East London this evening, and some great views available there, Alex, if the weather allows.
Good evening, Mary. Well, on the whole, the weather is behaving itself, although we've got very thick grey skies overhead, which you can probably just about make out against the backdrop of the cable carts which are going over towards the Docklands. So it gives you a sense of where we are, in fact, just next to the O2. But Greenwich Peninsula is alive and kicking at the moment. And thankfully it is, because we've had grey skies overhead, as I mentioned before. But this place is dedicated to artwork, and it has brought a welcome splash of colour over the last couple of weeks and will continue to do so. In fact, we've got 6 of Damien Hirst's pieces being displayed here, all bright, all largely colourful, and certainly interesting to come and look at. The weather has been settled, as I said before. Overhead, grey skies, but this hasn't been the case up and down the country. It's been very variable. In fact, across Scotland, Northern Ireland, it's been very clear and sunny, in fact quite mild, nearly 16 degrees across eastern parts of Scotland. Well, when I arrived here earlier today, there certainly was a bit of patchy drizzle, and that really has been the story across the southeast through much of today. As we head through the next few days, the emphasis is on drier conditions for many parts of the British Isles, and temperatures, as you may have heard, are expected to take a bit of a dip as we get to the latter part of this week, creeping into the weekend. Well, that's the way it is looking here at Greenwich Peninsula this evening. Dry overhead, Mary, and also a little breezy next to the Thames. So I'm going to run for cover.
All right. Alex, thank you.